I really think I deserve a cookie if I can get through this entire review without mentioning Star Trek Picard even once. 26 years ago, a few days short, Star Trek The Next Generation debuted the final episode of the series, All Good Things. The 105-minute long episode is one of my favorite in all of Trek. Its sharp writing, intelligent look at time, and the reappearance of one of the best antagonists in all of the universe makes it simply a phenomenal episode. It had been years since I watched the episode, and I was glad to escape to this universe once again. All Good Things admirably deploys the now age-old usage of time travel. I've mentioned this before, but this is something I'm growing extremely tired of, but All Good Things does it with Trek consistency. The usual techno-babble muttered out with confidence by the fantastic cast.
I'm having trouble keeping the Impulse engines online. I've got power fluctuations all across the board.
A new subspace barrier appears to be forming.
A group of amino acids are about to combine to form the first protein.
Boosting field integrity to the warp in the cells. We may encounter shearing forces once we enter the anomaly.
It is possible that the convergence of 3 tachyon pulses could have ruptured the subspace barrier and created an anti-time reaction.
Is only reined in further with Q.
It all begins right here in this little pond of goo.
Why future Treks, namely present Treks like Discovery and Star Trek Picard, never use this character is really beyond me.
It's not safe out here. It's wondrous, with treasures to satiate desires both subtle and gross.
The episode, for those that do not know, follows Jean-Luc Picard as he jumps through 3 time points: present, past, and future. Each period has the crew of the Enterprise in various states. The future has the crew basically in pieces, with some of the crew holding animosity towards each other. The past has returning characters like Chief O'Brien and even Tasha Yar. The whole situation turns out to be a test that allows Picard to demonstrate humanity's potential to the Q continuum. Picard fails to stop the anomaly, all of humanity will be destroyed. Ironically enough, for a show having such final stakes, especially in the finale episode, there's a lot of scenes just talking. With current Trek being so fast-paced, mainly to keep up with audience appeal, this was so attractive to have scenes thought out, with majority just being heavy-handed dialogue traded back and forth. Not a single minute of it was boring, and this is really a testament to the understanding of the universe and the wonderful script from Brandon Braga and Ronald D. Moore. I did notice on rewatch how the episode did borrow some love from arguably the best Trek episode of all time, The Inner Light. I also felt like Star Trek Voyager's finale Endgame also borrowed a bit from All Good Things, obviously in the regret of the crew and the idea of playing with loss. Interestingly enough, Braga did help write the story for Endgame, and that's probably why it does feel a bit reminiscent. All Good Things is an absolute masterpiece to me. A lot of people see Trek as exploration, journey through the stars, meeting new life. Q questions this with a rather elegant speech from the always wonderful John Delancey.
We've journeyed to countless new worlds. We've contacted new species. We have expanded our understanding of the universe.
In your own paltry, limited way, you have no idea how far you still have to go.
Exploration is more than just going somewhere, but studying, expanding humanity's mind and vision about itself. Throughout this episode and the different timelines, people question Picard, primarily the future and past versions. Picard is able to rally both crews together by believing in himself, a concept, and an idea. Q's always questioned the barbaric nature of humanity, but for us to unite together for one cause and to understand it rallies the idea that humanity is more than what he says. His ideology changes for the better at the end, with a rather well-acted moment between Stewart and Delancey.
You just don't get it, do you, Jean-Luc? The trial never ends. We wanted to see if you had the ability to expand your mind and your horizons. And for one brief moment, you did.
Ironically, I noticed the tell to the future of Trek with Q's All Good Things Must End. Of course, this is entirely unintentional, but did feel like a casual tip of the hat to the future of Trek. Sure, this is completely dependent on each viewer, but it goes without saying how much Trek has changed over the years. This episode was a masterful way of saying things won't ever be the same, for better or for worse. All Good Things remains one of my favorite episodes of Trek for the high level of intrigue, excellent story work through time travel, sharp dialogue, and excellent performances from the entire cast, including the always wonderful John Delancey.
That is the exploration that awaits you. Not mapping stars and studying nebula, but charting the unknown possibilities of existence.
What do you guys think of All Good Things? Do you consider All Good Things a masterpiece? Leave me a comment down below on what you think of this episode. Also, be sure to subscribe to see more Trek content. I'll see you later, tots.